Hey, come on in, man. I'm glad you could tune in because today I might be making my magnum opus. Now, for those few returning viewers, you might notice something a little bit different. I just want to do something new, so let's see how it goes. Anyways, going back to the video, you can see I'm trying to make this sort of framework for how I'm going to build this nice Pokemon here. Now, I've only made human-like things out of pipe cleaner, but hey, this is all going to be new to me, so this whole video is full of absolutely new surprises and things for everybody, right? After starting past a slightly suggestive shape, I will do some more body framework and then I'll start a little bit on the head. Although I quickly get bored of that and I just start on the hands and arms and legs and all that because I want him to stand up. It's always a challenge trying to make these things stand up on their own, but when they do look pretty good. But then I get bored of that and I go back to making the face. So I'm sorry this video is all over the place, but it's alright, right? Like who really cares, right? You might also notice I'm making the face a little bit differently than I would normally. And this is all part of the design, baby. I'm taking this all the way new. When I said new, I meant new. Now, I had the idea for it to have one hand on the ground and one hand reaching out to you, and I think the way that I did it makes it very structurally sound. Now it's time for my most favorite part, actually wrapping the pipe cleaners around. I would definitely say this took up the most time, but it wasn't necessarily the hardest one to do, so I'm just gonna go ahead and speed up hours of progress in about like 10 seconds. I also just wanted to take some time to say that this took up like all of my yellow pipe cleaners, so if you're enjoying this, man, please subscribe, man. I'm trying to get that monetization so I can pay for these materials, and make some more banger videos, make some more interesting arts and crafts, shall we say, yeah? And we finally made just the body piece, so now I still need to wrap around both of the legs and the hind legs and the face, and yeah, I'm nowhere near done yet. So I'll start with his rump, make it plump, and then he'll take a dump. Thank you for listening to my rhymes. Thank you very much. Now it's pretty easy to make his rump, but due to a slight oversight, there is a little hole at the bottom that I neglected all the way until the end of the video. So yeah, just pretend that's well, you can just pretend whatever you want it to be. I'm not saying anything. After finishing the rump, I decided to start making the hand as well. And after I made that outline of the hand, I decided to make those feet. At first, I kind of wanted him to start jumping at you, but I decided on a more grounded idea. I connected the feet, and now we have a nice vicious Pokemon on the loose, man. But there's still lots more work to be done before we can completely say that this dude is ferocious. And that starts with wrapping more pipe cleaner around those hands because we need to fill those things out. We complete that at the 4-minute mark easily, and then it's time to make the other hand, which is not at all covered by the way I decided to position this guy. After making all the appendages, I decided to cover them up, so that left hand is covered up and that right hand on the bottom will also be covered up as well. I'll also start on making those fingers and digits, even though they look smaller than that in real life. I don't know why they look so big in this video, but they are pretty small IRL. I did the same thing to the right side, thickened them up, and then curled them around into their position. And I also just wanted to check on you guys real quick. How you guys doing? You already ate up all your food in these 5 minutes, bro? That's pretty insane, actually. Nonetheless, there's only two things left to work on, the head and the tail. So, heads or tails, which one do you think I'm going to do first? And if you somehow guessed correctly in that short amount of time, congratulations, I guess. You are a winner. Now, this dude's mouth is agape, so the only way to show the depths of his belly and hunger is to use black pipe cleaner, and that's really about it. I don't have anything else, just use black pipe cleaner and hope it looks good. So I make it in a sort of pinwheel fashion just to make sure that, the whole mouth is completely covered up. We don't want any yellow poking out, even though if it does, it doesn't really matter. But I want to have his mouth as black as possible. So I wrap some more pipe cleaner around the back, and the only thing that's left is the eyes and the mouth. Now, it's time to cover these mouth spikes, and I think they do a very good job pulling everything in together for this horror factor that I'm sort of building here. Now that the top row is done, it's time to work on the bottom. I'll go ahead, make the nose, and then it's time for my arch nemesis. The eyes, man, the eyes always kill me, man. But I think this time they actually came out insanely well because of just how simple it is to make his eyes. And now that everything is locked down and loaded, that was actually pretty easy. So let's go ahead and finish this off by making those ears. And that's pretty easy to do, which just involves me, refining the shape that I want and then wrapping some more pipe cleaner around and making some finishing touches. Now, the tail was actually slightly harder than I anticipated to make, but I think the way it came out in the end still looks pretty good. Now the only thing that's left is to put these on and add a little bit of a finishing touch. Is what I would say if I didn't forget about those stripes on his back. Now, I put on the tail in a way that lets you kind of wag it around, I did not expect to do that, but hey, happy accidents happen, and I think it turned out pretty good. But now it's time to get serious. We're gonna give him some good old ravioli sauce to eat. That's right, if you're faint of heart, it doesn't matter, because it's just ravioli sauce. That's all that's happened. I swear. And so that's really the build. So I'm gonna go ahead, put on his head, his face, and we're just gonna go ahead, take some pictures of him in the video. Well, actually not really. We're gonna take some pictures of him and then I'm gonna have a 1-minute monologue about nothing, basically. Oh yeah, and this is where I remembered about that small hole. And would you look at that, we have made it to the end of the video. I'm glad you watched it, supposedly. I mean, like, it's only 10 minutes. Like, surely you've watched all of it, right? Surely you wouldn't skip around. Surely. But, seriously, thank you for watching the video, I I don't really know what to say. I don't know what to say, you know? This is just me being genuine. Let's make some more things, and I hope you watch them, you know? There's not really much I can say. I hope you like this video, you know, maybe give me a thumbs up. Maybe now you can subscribe, because I like to give you the content first and then you can subscribe, you know? So you know what you're getting yourself into. But yeah, hopefully we can make some more bangers like this one. Thank you for watching this awesome video, guys. See ya tomorrow.